All right, welcome back to another episode of the Big Kids Podcast. I'm your co-host, D Money, and today we actually don't have Julia. Today we have a special guest. You probably don't know him, but he's my friend. His name is
Giorgio. You call me G Money.
Yeah, G Money. All right. All right, so just a quick backstory on us. We met in high school, my freshman year, his sophomore year. We've been pretty close friends ever since. Giorgio, how have you been? How's life been treating you?
Dude, it's been pretty up and down since I left the good old Fenton.
High school, yeah. What's it called? It's how it usually is, like at post high school.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about today, cause what's it called? Like I hate it, but I usually wake up around 6 or 7, no matter what. So I fell asleep at 3 a.m. last night. My ass still woke up 6 a.m. 6:30, and I was pretty pissed at myself. I'm like, bro, like you can sleep longer. You know you want to, like why aren't you? You know?
Yeah.
And I quick took a shower, because like you ever wake up sometimes and you feel gross, and it's like I immediately got to go to the shower. Nothing else.
All the time I feel gross.
Yeah, but what's it called though? I'm just gross. No, but what's it called? Yeah, so I was thinking about it in the shower. Like ooh, shower thoughts. Yeah, but what's it called? Like time's so slow during high school. Like, and for me, it's like because you get stuck to a routine. So like every day your classes are the same. Every day you like wake up, go to school, go home. Hopefully do your homework. That's important for all of our students out there.
Do your homework.
That's it. Just do your homework. Don't do anything else. Yeah. No, but you get into this like really like habitual scene where it's like nothing really changes, and like from year to year, even that's like doesn't change. You're like constantly going to like a single class every 45 minutes, go home. It's just the same thing. And because you're doing it for so long, that like tiny like little period of time just like stops. Like for me, it stopped. It was like those 4 years felt like forever and didn't at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like because I was in love with high school. Like definitely wasn't. But it was like,
you didn't love high school?
Dude, come on, those are the golden years. Like when I'm 45 and my kids are in high school and they're bringing their friends over, I'm gonna be like, oh, bro, I'm one of you guys. I still have my youth.
Dude, think it back. High school was so sick.
And they like doing they're like doing every little fucking thing, and I'm just trying to relate to them. It's like, you guys Jewel? I was there when they invented that shit.
I was there before Jules, dude.
Yeah,
I was there when we smoked these things called cigarettes that were like so bad for you.
Yeah, I lost a few homies to like some lung infections, Like
yeah, man, shit's real, dog. But you guys are out here doing this now? What is this, like the new age? This is the thing? This is it?
This is very snazzy if you ask me,
Yeah.
That's pretty chill. Oh, you guys have hoverboards? I had depression. But what's it called? The same thing, dude. It's pretty chill. It's a cool thing. It was a hot commodity when I was a kid.
It's nice. You just kind of like, you kind of just roll with it.
Yeah.
I guess they're similar. You both just rolling with it.
You're just rolling with the punches, I got beat up as a kid too.
Yeah, it happens to everybody. I guess maybe not. I guess it just happened to me.
Yeah, people had a cool nickname, Loser. That's pretty sick.
Right, like how many people do you know? Just like everybody knew my nickname. Yeah, everybody.
Without fail, they might have not talked to me, but when they referenced me behind my back, they were like, "That guy's a fucking loser."
Right. Everybody knew.
But they knew me.
They knew who I was in that freaking school.
I was infamous. Notorious. I called myself Notorious. B-I-G, because that's how it's spelled. No one else called me that. Not even my mom. My mom didn't even fucking talk to me. But they did. Like I did. I fucked with myself.
I kind of lied. I actually don't even have a mom.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
You don't have a mom either, Dad? What do you mean? She's in the room.
What's wrong with mom? Mom, my kid goes running upstairs.
Moves are weak.
Your moves are weak, Mom.
You're not fam anymore.
Yeah. What's it called? Vine. That's what that guy who made that video is like. Your moves are weak, Mom.
L.A. Turtle.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's his name.
He's so weird. It's like I remember like the only thing I remember from him is like some Vine he made where it's like him in like an SUV during the winter time, and he's like, "Sup, see you, Mom. Me and the boys are gonna go see Uncle Cracker."
Oh, no, in his fucking hat.
Yeah, do you want to go see Uncle Cracker or not? That's all I remember from him. But it's like every time I see, like, I watched that video once on Facebook because it was on Facebook. Next thing I know, on my fucking YouTube, 2019 Vine compilations that'll make your like feet go tingly or like something like weird, you know, some weird kind of like title where it's like vines that butter my croissant, you know.
Stop.
Vines that got my parents back together after the divorce, like what?
Dude, some of the titles are fucking
really stupid.
insane.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, interesting is a way to put it for sure. You know, like, dude, what do you mean? What croissants? I don't have butter. You know,
right? Who still eats butter, bro? Gluten free.
Yeah, come on.
Dairy free, soy free,
farm free.
Right.
Don't eat it.
We eat air over here.
Yeah,
we're fasting. You know, that's what we do.
Every day is Lent for us, right? That's Lent, right? The only else we take are Lent and lentils. You ever have a lentil?
No.
I don't know what they are. They're like little peas.
You mean
right?
like the pot? What?
What?
I thought lentils were like a kind of pasta.
No, I'm pretty sure they're like a sister to the pea, and they're like little, like, I don't know what the fuck's a pea. Is it a vegetable? Is a pea a vegetable?
Peas are vegetables.
Because I thought potatoes are vegetables. They're not vegetables. They're starches. Is what?
Yeah, I guess.
Which it doesn't make sense to me.
But yeah,
like French fries should be vegetables.
No,
but yeah. So whatever the pea family is, you know, they're part of that. I'm assuming. And my mom makes lentil soup, and it's really good.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm tweaking. I know. Yeah, lentils
are like they look like
not pasta.
They look like peas, but like sliced really thinly. Yeah, pasta.
Yeah.
You mean ravioli?
You mean legumes?
Like, isn't that's a plant? That's a plant.
No, it just says lentil legume.
Vegetable. That's French for vegetable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the tables have turned.
It
looks like lentils are vegetables.
Yeah. Looks like we've been proven wrong. Lentils do, in fact, vegetables are. No, but yeah, my mom makes lentil soup, and I fuck with it. It's nice. It's savory. The lentils are kind of like, they're kind of grainy, but it's like that's what lentils are. You know, peas are a little grainy.
Yeah, they are.
But every time I tell someone, yeah, I fuck with lentils, they're like, ugh, what the fuck? Are you like 60? Like, I don't know. There's like age restrictions on food.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've had that before too. With like even just like drinking coffee more. You know what I mean? Like, because I guess a lot of people just drink coffee just to like, for that aesthetic of drinking coffee, so they don't actually drink coffee. You know, they go pick up some coffee, take a picture, and
fuck a fake coffee drinker.
Right? Like, fuck them, dude.
You go up to like anyone in Starbucks and you're just like, dude, you're not even drinking that seriously, dog. You're like,
right? You're
just fake drinking it, and it's like they're actually drinking it. They're like, no, I've actually been drinking coffee for the past 20 years.
Right. Like, actually, wake up every day.
You're just like that self-absorbed. You're like, no, you're fucking fake, dude.
You're fake as fuck.
You rip your sweater open. It's like coffee fan, coffee lover.
Right, literally. It's me, dude. I'm the one who drinks the coffee.
Only I can have coffee.
There's these white girls up in Wisconsin, and when I was going to school up there, and they would literally like we'd chill, like, you know, we'd link up in the morning, and she'd buy a coffee, take a picture of the coffee, take a couple sips, and it would just sit in her cup holder for the rest of the day.
Don't even get me started on my sister.
Like, why did you even get the coffee?
Like, so you know how Dunkin' Donuts has like that $150 from
2 to 6?
Yeah, from 2 to 6.
Yeah, you bet. Of course I know.
Dude, like,
you bet your bottom dollar I know that they have it.
You bet your bottom $1.50 that. No, but so me and my sister typically get that if we're in the mood for coffee, because it's usually around midday when you're like feeling the coffee blues, you know.
That 2:30 feeling.
That don't talk to me until I've had my coffee at 2:30 from Dunkin' Donuts
for $1.50.
For $1.50. If it's more than that, then just don't talk to me.
Right, but that's before tax, because obviously tax has to come into effect. So
yeah, so like $1.58.
Right,
assuming that it's 0.8% taxes, depending on the county you live in.
Right,
it's just like a whole, like you write that on a T-shirt, like that whole thing.
Right, the whole is right there.
You just have like a novel on your T-shirt about when, like, the instructions.
Not even, bro. You're gonna get tattooed on your back.
Yeah. No, but like. What's it called? I'll take my sister. We'll go get coffee. You know, she'll get a large, and I'll get a large, because like, what the fuck? It's a $1.50 for a large. Like,
right.
Let me stock up on these. You know, and I'll drink mine within like 30 minutes. You know, like that. And that to me is slow. But she'll drink like 4 fucking sips, leave the whole thing there, and then I'll ask for. I'll be like, hey, you gonna drink the rest of that? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah, dude, back off.
Dude, just like,
get your fucking paws away from me.
Dude, chill out. I'm gonna drink it. But it's like, you know, like, and then 2 hours later, the ice is all melted. You could see like
it's disgusting. It's like the light.
The cream is separating from
Yeah.
like the water and stuff like that, and it's just, it looks gross.
Displacement is taking.
Yeah.
Is happening.
What's it called? My like 8th grade science teacher's telling me how this works and how the cream is denser than the water. No, but
to the bottom because it's heavier.
The cup's all like sweaty with condensation.
Literally just dying.
Yeah, and
to be drank. Just
yeah.
Please
Please,
me.
someone drink me.
Someone.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
No, but it's like, like she'll just leave it there and it'll be like she'll have drank like 37 cents worth of coffee. And like it's like it's not just once, it's not every now and then, it's like every single fucking time. And it's like that's a struggle because it's like it's $1.50 like $1.50 worth of coffee, so it's like whatever. But what if like it was full price? Because like she's done that with Starbucks drinks and I'm like, you get the venti but you drink like a tall, like what the fuck?
No.
And it's like it's not just like my sister. I've noticed that in a bunch of people, and it's like, Drew, what's wrong with you guys? Give me that stuff.
Starbucks, I don't know. I can never. If I get a Starbucks drink, unless it's like ass, which in that case I would just pull around and be like, no.
In that case, you should call the FDA. That's
Literally,
not good. That's not good.
it's
You
not
shouldn't
good.
be drinking ass.
Yeah, don't drink ass. But
PSA.
PSA, don't drink ass. But like, dude, that girl in Wisconsin that I would chill with, full price, because it wasn't up there. I think it was 1 to 6 actually.
1 to 6. That's how it used to be, dude. I'm so pissed at Dunkin' because like 150. Like it's spoiled, but it's like 150 for coffee from Dunkin'. To me, that's outrageous because like I remember in high school, right before tennis practice, go after school, go to the Dunkin' right behind the school.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember going after school, going to before the swing choir rehearsals,
and just going quick to the Dunkin'. Get my coffee is $1.08.
Literally.
And like to go back, I'd be like, my tummy would be filled with coffee.
Yeah.
And like
the good old days.
Man, they just changing everything up because on the receipts they'd have like, bro, if you fill out this survey, put this code in, and then write this other code from the survey on the receipt, you get a free fucking donut. So now it's like
you get a free fucking donut, dude.
Yeah. And
just
like,
by the way,
like you'd buy something and you get a free fucking donut just for filling out a survey,
Right.
But now it's like I went to go get coffee the other week and I checked the receipt and I was like, maybe I'll get this donut like the good old days. No, I can't, because you know why? Because what's it called? On the receipt, it's like fill out the survey and then you get a code, and the next time you buy something, you get a donut, and it's like, well,
what's the point of that?
Yeah, just give me the donut.
Just give me the fucking donut. It's just a donut. You toss away fucking. Bro, they throw away so many donuts at the end of the day.
No, it's great. No, it's crazy because my friend lives by the Dunkin' Donuts that's close to here, and they're 24 hours, but it's like he'll like go he'll go through and like anywhere between like 1 and 6 a.m. But when they get their next delivery for the next day, he'll be like, yeah, they typically don't give me donuts. They say we're out of donuts, and it's like half of their name is donuts. I'm not like like obviously. Like there's like I've worked at restaurants. There's like health codes and shit that like are ridiculous, and like you have to like follow these rules and during specific times, or you can't carry over food from one day to the other. And it's because they're 24/7. Like the shipment from the day before, once it hits 12,
Yeah,
they have to eat that shit.
Yeet.
Because I went to a gas station and like the Speedways, your local Speedway. What's it called?
Catch your boy at the local Speedway.
Guys, Big Kids Podcast meet up at Speedway at like 6 p.m.
Be there, be square.
About to get a bag of chips.
Yeah, slushy too, bubblegum slushy. You're
gonna be a giveaway. First person to show up.
It's a free slushy.
Well,
we could drink slushies together.
but not the whole slushy, just a few sips.
Yeah, just about 37 cents worth.
Even though that's like half of it because they're like 79 cents. That's so crazy. That's why America's fat.
literally.
No, but I went there like at I went there at like 11:50, something like that. And they have like this whole station where it's like, hey, you can order a pizza here, a sandwich, whatever. I'm like, I didn't want a gas station sandwich.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, Speedway pizza. I've had it before. My fair share of rides in my slump train. My late night 3 a.m. adventures. All fucked up. And it's $5, so it's like the same price as Little Caesars pizza.
No, not even. Little Caesars is like $6.25 now.
Wow,
a scam, dude, for that pizza.
Yeah, right. I haven't been to Little Caesars in that long, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
in like a year or something now.
damn, bro, that's
Dude,
wild.
crazy bread,
$6.
worth it though.
Crazy bread for sure worth it, dog. For sure worth
Dude,
it. Those little
they
what,
could
the
sell
sauces?
one for like $100,000. I'd buy it because that's just. Well, I don't have $100,000, so I wouldn't buy it. But like, but if I could,
Please
I'd
leave a
buy
like,
it.
comment, subscribe, so I can have $100,000 to get some crazy bread.
No, but what's it called? Love that shit, dude. Crazy bread. Like I know it's cheap. I know it's not high quality, and I know it's gonna make my tummy hurt.
I know these things.
I'm like conscious. I'm aware of this stuff, but it's so good.
Well, crazy bread is fucking fire.
Yeah.
You know what I love though? I went to this restaurant in Wisconsin and they had I guess it was like similar to. What is crazy bread? It's just breadsticks, right?
Well, it's
with
unmedicated.
Oh.
No, what's it called? Yeah, it's bread stew.
bread
fucking
stew.
Sticks.
Fucking bread stew, and you just
just-
toss them. You know, the broth is the best part.
You know the lentil soup we were talking about? Yeah, it's actually made with crazy bread.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, joke's on you guys. You guys are missing out. No, but breadsticks are sticks. Or the crazy bread is sticks of bread. It's sticks of bread with butter because they're super fucking greasy.
Right.
That's what makes my tummy hurt. And then I'm hoping it's Parmesan on top.
Right. Okay. So they don't have the cheese in the middle, right?
No.
No. So they're these fucking like big ass, because you know how Wisconsin, they love their cheese up there, right?
Yeah, they're known for cheese.
Cheese.
And also cheese.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And cheese.
Yeah.
Did you know cheese? All right.
And then on top of that,
Sprinkled a little cheese on
cheese,
there. Yeah.
Their idea of a grilled cheese is literally just a block of cheese being put on the grill.
Grilled cheese. I mean, some grilled cheese, guys. You want? Trying to pick it up, and it's just melted.
It's just a piece of Kraft singles.
But yeah, so fucking. I went to this restaurant. I ordered breadsticks. It was just breadsticks, but they had
Cheesy filled.
Yes,
Dude, that's such a life hack.
bro.
What if
And it
you
like
want cheese, move to Wisconsin.
not only was it cheese filled, they like injected it with
More cheese. They can
more cheese. No, they injected it with a little fucking marinara sauce, bro. So it was
Oh,
like a
really?
nice little.
Like, look, you just eat that.
Right, it's right there, dude. It's all in one.
I was watching a video. It's Post Malone with Jimmy Fallon.
Mm.
Right? I don't know if you've seen it. And it was them going to Olive Garden.
No, I haven't
And
seen it.
no, it's hilarious. No, because so Post Malone and Jimmy Fallon go to Olive Garden, and like for those of you who haven't been to Olive Garden, one of the things that they do is they'll give you a complimentary bottomless salad or breadsticks, and so they make a joke on that, and they're constantly getting a bunch of salads, and like they get a bowl, then they get a bigger bowl of salad, and they get more, and then she's like, "Oh, we brought you guys breadsticks, you know?
Mhm.
Here's like a whole platter of breadsticks, and then on top of that, here's another platter." And Jimmy Fallon's like, "Oh, this is all for free?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then like they just like going off with that joke, and eventually they come with I think it's like a barrel of croutons, and they're like, "Oh, here you guys go. It's just a complimentary croutons." You know? And then Jimmy Fallon's like, "Dude, what the fuck? How do you guys make money then? What are you making money on?"
How do you guys fucking doing this?
Yeah, like how are you like keeping a sustainable restaurant?
Drugs. It's a drug front. Olive Garden is a drug front. This is Olive Garden, correct? Yes. Olive Garden is a drug front.
You mentioned Olive Garden, is that correct? It's like a bunch of like white tourists are like in like I love New York sweaters. Someone's just like, "Oh, is this Olive Garden? I've never been to an authentic Italian restaurant."
Oh my god. Just like, yeah, dude. I went to my first
Olive Garden the other day.
No, I went to my first authentic restaurant the other day. I had Taco Bell. You know, I guess I just read in an article the other day. Apparently, this is the best Mexican. This is the best place to get Mexican food around.
Google said it was a 4-star place.
It's there, dude. You know, so I gotta.
They probably have a Michelin star if I'm being honest. No, dude, the worst thing for me is like, I hate authentic Mexican food because my mom is an authentic Mexican. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just so used to rice, beans, shredded chicken, tacos, all that shit. The whole like the whole plate, you know. And it's like whenever my parents are like, "Oh, let's go to this Mexican restaurant," I'm like, "Why? Just stay home."
You literally make it. Bro, yeah. Honestly, I felt the same way as a kid, but then I realized I'm like, wow, no, they actually cook better than my parents. So I was like, fuck it.
They don't get it from a can. No.
Right. Yeah, right. What's up with that, Mom? I'm tired of these Vienna sausages.
I'm tired of these pickled sausages in a can. Like, what the fuck is
Pickled
that?
sausages.
No, but, like And like my mom, she cooks pretty decently when she cooks. Like,
same.
yeah. But she'll like cook like she puts down on the grill.
She puts down, dude.
Yeah, no, but it's like it'll taste super good when she cooks and shit. And it's
Mhm.
like, you know, like she works a lot, so it's like I get kind of why she doesn't cook as
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Because like they're adults now and their kids are grown up, so it's like they have to do something.
yeah.
But yeah, well, it's, you know, it'll be really good, and I'll fuck with it heavy. But it's like I don't want to go to a restaurant and pay for what we have at home.
Right,
Like that's the point of a restaurant. You don't have that shit at home.
right. You go
You know?
experience something new.
Like and like people think that's really weird. They're like, wait, but aren't you Mexican? Don't you like that shit? And I'm like, did I say I don't like it, or did I say I don't want to go to the fucking Mexican restaurant? You know, like what do you want from me? Yeah, no shit. I like that shit. That's why my family
Dude, you
makes
like
it.
that shit? That's why my fucking family fucking makes it, bro. Fun fact: my family invented it.
Yeah, we're the pioneers
Right.
of Mexican.
We're the authentic Mexicans you hear about in the lore.
Yeah, when people say they hate Mexicans, they just hate my mom. No, but you know, and it's like, bro, like I don't like the, you know, to me when they're like, dude, aren't you Mexican? Don't you like that shit? Like that's just completely missing the point of me not wanting to go eat it.
Right.
Like when you go out and buy new shoes, it's not because you don't have fucking shoes. It's because you want new shoes. You know,
Right.
you don't want what you already have.
Literally.
You know, like I don't go out and buy shit because I have it. You know, I'm not gonna go out buy the same phone I have. I'm not gonna go out buy the same fucking hoodie I have. Like obviously unless it's like wrecked. But
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
but it's like you
Get
know,
wrecked.
yeah, it gets fucked up. It gets pwned on MW2. You know.
MW2 rest.
Yeah, but it's like I just don't. I don't want the same thing that I have at
Yeah.
home. I'm not gonna pay for someone to make the stuff my mom already made me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll like oftentimes I'll leave the house. There'll be like a stove with like rice, beans, some like what is it, pork rinds with salsa. Like it sounds weird, but that's what like a lot of Mexican moms make.
Yeah, get used to it.
Yeah. Deal with it. That's the real life.
That's how it's like out here, okay?
That's the struggle we deal with. But it's like, and I don't want to go and then see on a menu that same plate. Like,
Right.
Excuse me, sorry, sir. I'm just gonna go home. Like,
Did you make my mom make this? Is that what you did? You came out here and made her go in the fucking
no,
kitchen and cook this for me?
I ordered that shit, and then my mom like comes in with like a little to go bag. She's like, "Here you go." You know, and it's like I want to go out, get food I don't have, I won't make at home. You know, I'm not gonna make a whole Korean barbecue at my house.
Right. There's no way you're doing Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, like people do it, but it's like I'm not gonna go to my way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay the $80 for a whole plate of meat and vegetables, then like fuck off. You know,
I don't think I've ever actually had Korean barbecue.
it's good if you go to the right places.
See,
Oh my
I
God,
want to try
yeah.
all these like fucking foods. I want to try so many like different foods because I've seen
Like lentils.
yes, like lentils on my fucking bucket list. But like,
Lentils number one.
there's so many places where like I just don't know if I could trust it or not. You know what I mean? I don't want to like pull up to somewhere expecting this and like people are saying like, oh, it's supposed to taste like this. I try it and it doesn't taste
Tastes
that
like
way.
toes.
Right? It tastes like it tastes like
Or it's
toes.
just like you want the authentic feel, but it's
Yeah.
like a lot of places where it's like they're like the grade A places. They won't give you that authentic feel. They'll give it like a new modern twist. Like I went, but it's also like when you go to like a more like homegrown place, like a more like, you know, like single person owned kind of thing. You also risk like, I hate the term bad service because like working at the restaurant, like there's shit you can't control and then people count it off as bad service.
Yeah.
But there's like some places like, you know, that genuinely do have bad service. Like I went to a Korean barbecue restaurant with my family. We ordered like 3 different platters. They were like $70 each, you know, of like meats and shit. And the lady's just like,
Jesus, really?
it wasn't what we wanted to order. You know, and it's like this lady, she comes up to us, she's our server, and like she's like, and we tell her, oh, we want this beef platter, and we want this other like beef platter. You know, they're different cuts of meat. You know, some of them are like short ribs stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Others like pork, like not pork belly, but like because it's beef. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's the way you order it for the barbecue. You get platters, and like the whole table shares those platters, and you grill them on the little grill.
On that little circle thing, right?
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
on your story the other day, right?
What was that?
That was on your story the other day, was it?
No, that was like this is like half a year ago.
Oh, I saw that. I saw like the same little. Someone had Korean barbecue the other day.
I know someone who has also had Korean.
Yeah.
No, but you know, and we went there, and like I knew how to order, and like so I was ordering it, and she's like, "Oh no, you got to get 3 things." I was like, "Oh, like you guys require us to buy like 3 platters?" Because I've never seen like any other place do that. That's not my first. That wasn't my first time at a Korean barbecue.
Yeah, my
And-
first Korean roadie.
Say my first Korean barbecue rodeo. I'll tell you. No, but You know, and like even on the menu it says, oh yeah, order, you know, like this feeds like this many people, this platter feeds, you know, we like realistically the 2 platters that we were originally going to order, they fed like 9 people. I mean, there was like 6 of us. So
you have to order 3 of them though.
Yeah. You 3 of each, you know. And like, what's it called? And she's like, no, you got to order 3. And I was like, oh, like we absolutely have to. She's like, yep. And then we're like, okay, get us the fucking shrimp, you know.
If you must.
If it's mandatory, shrimp. No, I wasn't mad. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, maybe that's a weird rule of theirs, but that's, you know, like you got to make money somehow. So I don't blame them, you know, because it's like family owned, and it's like, you know, get your bag wherever you can get it.
Right.
With that, you know, the hustle.
Hustle. Yeah.
You know, I was like, I wasn't mad because I wasn't paying. It was my dad's, you know. Oh, bless you. It was for my birthday, you know.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was 6 months ago. No, but we get the check and like it's like over like 150. It was like $180, something like that. I don't fucking remember, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. And like my dad normally tips 20% or above, so it's like it's not like he wasn't gonna tip, but it's like this lady, she comes up to him and she's like, all right, so this is the price, and he's like, this is a fucking price. You made us get an extra plate. We had to get 3 plates, even though the menu doesn't say that. And like he was disgusted. He was like arguing with it, but I was like, well, we ate it, so I can't really do anything about it. You know, And I told him, I was like, yeah, just whatever, you know. And then this lady, she's like, that's the price for the bill without the tip. And he's like, oh, okay. And like she's like, you have to tip. And my dad's like, I got to tip, because like he does it. Like you shouldn't have to be told to tip. Like,
right? Yeah. Oh wow.
Like I have no problem with tipping. Like I understand what servers go through. I've seen so many people bust their ass for like a shitty group of people at a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I'll always recognize a server needs a tip. Obviously, unless they're like rude assholes. Like there's exception to the rule, but for me the standard is I don't feel good unless I tip like the 20% minimum. You know. And it's like it goes without saying. My dad feels the same way. He's like, every time we go to a restaurant, he does the same shit. Not to flex, yo.
I'm trying to flex, but you know we do that 20%.
Yeah, because to me, you shouldn't like if you have $100, you shouldn't spend the $100 on just food, because you like part of the bill is the tip to me.
Yeah.
Like you have to have enough money to tip. You can't just go, like, to me, it doesn't feel right going to a restaurant and not tipping. But like when someone tells you got to tip. It's like telling, like, you know, you talking to a child and it's like you gotta brush your teeth even though they're already gonna brush their teeth. Yeah, and it just ruins it for them, you know. Yeah. And to me, it's like if you tell me I got a tip, and like I absolutely have to, and you demand that from me, I'm gonna tip, but I'm gonna be really fucking pissed.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking tip, but just know I'm mad when I'm doing it.
I'm disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
You know, and it's like the principle of it is that it makes I feel bad if I don't, but it's like, you know, don't tell me to fucking tip, especially when you like coerce us into getting the extra balls. And like, obviously a lot of it's on our part too, because it's like we could have like been like, oh, we don't want the 3 plates. Doesn't say on the menu we don't need 3 plates. We're just gonna get these 2 for now, and maybe we'll order more later. You know, obviously more could have been done on our part to prevent like such a high bill, and like but like there's no cause for her to be like, you have to tip.
Right. There's this buffet we used to go to because it was like $5 a person or some shit. Or like $10. No, I think it was like $10 a person. But it was this Chinese buffet, and I forgot where it was, but we went there a lot. And there was this one fucking bitch who would just fucking, for some reason, she would like always be our server. And we'd pull up.
She's actually the only one that works.
Yeah, it turns out it was just her the whole time. She cooked everything, cleaned everything. Yeah. Everything was in her name.
It turns out later, I found out we were just going to my aunt's house, you know?
No, but we fucking, like, she would, like, 9 times out of 10, she would be our server. And she would get yelled at for asking people to tip. And, like, the other people, like, we'd see them telling her, like, don't ask for a tip. Like, if they tip, they tip, but don't ask for a tip. And... Cause so then she stopped asking for tips, but she would like, oh sorry, she stopped asking for tips, but she would like just stand there and hover over you. She just posted, waiting for you to fucking. And like, it was obvious, you know, what she was waiting for.
Yeah. So
it was just like, I don't know, dude. It just makes the experience. It just kills the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tip you.
Here's your like $18 on the bill, but like, I don't feel comfortable. No.
Right.
Yeah. And like, you know, again, it's like, it's not the problem with tipping. It's just the way you get it. You know, like if you're going to come up to me, ask me to do this for you. Like, to me, that's kind of rude.
Even though I'm already going to do it. Like, it's expected, you know, like.
Yeah. Like you scumbag if you don't like tip. Like, you know, like, especially like these people, they work for like $5 if they're lucky an hour. They're allowed, their jobs are allowed to tip them, to give them so little money because they're banking on the fact that they're going to get tips. So it's like one person can work an 8-hour shift, and on the high pay, $5 an hour, they're making $40 a fucking day. You know, that's insanely low. Like,
yeah, bro. I had people in Wisconsin that were servers, and they were working for like $2.37 an hour.
Yeah,
I think
that's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, and like the whole check was literally just all tips. And like one time I went in there and I didn't tip. No, I'm just kidding. No, but one time I went in there and like I saw it and like I forgot where it was. It was like in Racine somewhere, and it was a nice place, but like on this particular morning, on this specific morning, there was like nobody there.
Yeah.
So like I'm the only one here, you know, and like my friend's there, and there's 3 other servers.
Yeah.
Just sitting at the bar, you know what I mean? I'm just like, okay, like wow, like imagine $2.37 an hour. I remember the number like specifically because I'm like,
it's a weird number,
right?
$2.37,
right? And it's so fucking low. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, I make $2.37 an hour.
Because it's like for me at that point, it wouldn't even be worth it to go to like work once or twice a week, because it's like if you're getting paid $2.37 an hour and you're standing for 5 hours, that doesn't pay for my fucking gas.
It doesn't.
So it's
bro.
not worth it to go there. You know.
Especially out in Wisconsin, things are more spread out. You know what I mean? It's like here,
it's like
you have
tight knit communities. Like there's a bunch of like easy accessibility.
Yeah, you know, in Wisconsin, it's like, you know, from like say I lived in an apartment in Pleasant Prairie, right? For me to get to the closest Walmart, it would take like 20 minutes,
which is crazy. Well, I mean, technically for me, it's about 20 minutes, but that's just because like Walmarts aren't like around here.
But there's other places
Target,
in between, you know what I mean, that you can hit up. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally
you could go to
Target. Target's like a 5-6 minute drive away from me.
Right. But up there, they don't have like there's no Jewel. There's no Jewel in fucking.
Dude, how do they vape?
How do you fucking vape?
How do they hit the box?
But there's no Jewel up there. You know what I mean? Like from where I was, the closest thing was fucking 2 quick trips, like these 2 gas stations, the same exact gas station.
Speedway.
Literally, it's equivalent to Speedway, across the street from each other. And then it's just like restaurants and like stores. You know, it's not like a Plato's Closet. It's nothing like. Not like nothing for groceries, nothing for like things that like, you know, like you would actually just kind of need, you know, like necessities and stuff. So it's
like going to a restaurant, you'd have to go out of your way, which makes it even harder for servers to get customers. Yeah, because like obviously working in a restaurant, it teaches you a lot about like how that kind of service industry works, especially like from that perspective.
And how much people like get mad at shit that is actually like completely out of people's control. Like
no, because to me, I'd always tip on my card when I could, but then I realized like you tip on the card, the server doesn't get like those $10-15 that you tip. They get like $9-8 from that, $13 if you like tip 15 or whatever, because it gets taxed. That's what gets put on their check, and their check is what gets taxed. You know, but if you tip them in cash, they don't. You know, they obviously get like quote unquote trained to like claim them. And then like you get taxed on that. Yeah, but it's like literally every server I've ever met, they're like, I'll claim like if I get like $100, I'll claim like 10. You know, just so they're not like, oh, this person didn't get anything. That's weird. You know, they're like, I'll claim a little bit, and the rest I'll just pocket. And like managers know about that shit. You know, it's like
I mean, you have to, bro. Like you have to figure out ways to
like get around it. You know, like just to like, because it's like that's like so ridiculous. And
it's
like,
pretty shitty.
That's why like every time I go to a restaurant. You know, when I'm like picking up the bill, I always like try to bring cash just to like leave it on the table.
Big baller, huh?
Yeah. I go to Little Caesars. They have a little tip jar right there, 45 cents.
Keep the change.
Yeah. give him like $100 bill for my $6.25 pizza.
Keep the change.
This is for you, dog.
This is for you right here.
And then the manager's like, oh, okay.
No. I said this for him.
Just hands it over slowly. And then like we leave, and the manager's like, hey, hand it over. Come on.
All right.
Come on, I gave you this job. You owe me.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that there's servers out there that like, you know, like you said, they bust their ass, and there are people that are getting paid way more money. They just don't do shit. You know, like.
Yeah, but it's also like perspective. Like for like what a lot of people say, I respect anyone who's working their ass off
of
and
course.
Like doing their thing. You know, and it's like I don't mock someone for their fucking job, because a lot of times you get the job you can get because that's the way the economy is at that certain point in time. So there's a lot of people who in 2009, you know, big recession, not like the depression or anything, but it's like a huge recession. People lost their jobs, everything, and then when like the economy was building itself back up, people were getting these fast food jobs, like these grown ass adults who worked in offices and shit, built like like they had like bigger jobs, paid them a decent salary. Now they're working at like McDonald's. They're doing like construction jobs, which isn't a bad job. Those jobs by any means aren't bad, but it's like the pay isn't there,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the pay, like, I feel like the workload for things like, especially like servers and stuff, how much you have to.
It's crazy how much you have to do and how much you're expected to do and how little you'll get paid for it because it's technically an introductory job.
It's like when we used to play shows, man. Like, we sell all these tickets and they use the money.
Like a small cut.
Yeah, literally, they use the money. They pay off everybody else first, and then we get the leftovers. Even though we're the ones
like
that
the bands,
made the money.
Yeah, so like from what I understood from that, because I've had a few friends who've like booked gigs and shit, like venues, and like they'll always get like, if they're lucky, from what I've understood, it's like 20-25% if they're lucky.
Bro, barely. Yeah, and like what you sell, if you like for the House of Blues, we got 150 tickets, right? You sell.
They're like $10 each.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So like $1,500 you sold.
And like that has to go to pay the venue off, to people who work the venue,
all that, the workers,
the sound guy, the lighting guy, people at the bar. Like that has to so there's 6 bands right in one show, and like pretty much like if each band has to sell at least all 150 tickets, which like
to play,
like to make the show
profitable.
Yeah, which like I played there twice. The first show, me and Judah, we sold a bunch of tickets. The rest of the people didn't sell their they didn't
hold their part.
Yeah, they didn't hold their part, and the show flopped.
Okay. The
second time, we sold all of our tickets, and the headliners sold their tickets.
Yeah.
And then everybody in between didn't. Like, they sold like 30 tickets. 40 tickets, I think, was like the highest
one. Do you guys all get like an even cut, or is it just like off of your own ticket sales?
I think what the dude did for that one was because he felt bad because like he saw like
only 2 groups actually did.
Yeah, like we were like actually putting in work and shit, and like we even asked them for more tickets because we thought that more people were gonna come, and they're like, oh shit, like okay. But the one of the guys ended up paying us out of his own pocket, and like he had like a family emergency, like his dad was in the hospital, and he was like really sick, so like all the money that like he was making from the stuff, like from the shows that he was doing, like because he was like one of the coordinators at the House of Blues and like a couple other places, so all the money he was making from the shows was going straight to medical bills for his dad and stuff, So and my manager ended up telling me this, and he's like, "Don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody, guys." But he ended up, he was paying us because I asked him like, "Dude, when are we gonna, when are we get, like, I've been waiting for the check for like so many months now," and he's like, "Yeah, I know it's taking so long." He's like, "This is what's going on. He's gonna pay you out of pocket, but it's just all this money's going to the medical bill, so he doesn't really have money to pay you guys right now." Yeah. And I was like, "Damn, you can't really do much at that point, but like it's just we did all that work, and this guy is literally paying us just because he felt bad
because for doing the work.
For doing the work,
for doing your part,
literally, and like it's just everybody else made their money except for us, and this guy had to pay us out of his own pocket,
Yeah, which is like it's good. Well, that also like serves to show you, like
at least there's people that understand, and they get it.
Yeah, and it's also like that. I mean, that's kind of like a warning to the people like at venues and stuff too, where it's like they take all this money from what you bring them because like they need to know you're worth it. And it's like those bands who sold 30 tickets, they obviously either didn't put enough effort to selling the tickets, or they don't have enough, traction, enough fans to like justify performing at a venue like that. Because like the House of Blues, like you have anything from these like indie bands who like have like 200, 300 followers, like casual followers that like them because their music's good, to like major artists, like that, that sell out platinum records, like 6 times platinum records, that perform at the House of Blues too. So it's like you have like such a wide array of people that show up there, and so you have to justify it, and like you can't just let anyone basically like be there. Yeah. So you have to make it to like a give and take kind of thing. Like, here's your stage, here's everything we can give you. Prove to us that you can like support it, and
right, bro. That's such a big opportunity. I feel like a lot of people just kind of like threw it away, dude.
Like people jump the gun. They think that because the House of Blues it's a big name, and that they're allowed to perform there, and the House of Blues they're sticking their neck out for these people, that it means that whatever they bring is good enough. They jump the gun, where it's like maybe you should start at like a smaller place, like a nightclub, something like that. Yeah, something smaller to where you can get your name out there. Because if you have like 30 people who are like bro, that song's fucking sick that you released 6 months ago and didn't actually like release anything after that. That's fucking tight. You know, you're not gonna have people bringing it in, and it's like you're at that point you're a liability. You're not actually.
You got to put in the work. You got to stay consistent with it. You know, it's just
because it's like, yeah, like maybe they don't give you the money you're expecting, but that's
part of the game.
Yeah, it's also like you get the money based on what you bring.
Right. Literally, like, yeah, if you're not, I don't know, like the first show we did, we thought we were going to bring on like 15, 20. He gave us a projection of 25. We thought we were going to bring about like 15, 20, you know, so we were like kind of freaking out.
People?
Yeah, people. Cats.
Yeah.
Dogs. Lentils.
Yeah, lentils. A couple bags of crazy bread.
But we ended up bringing like 70 people. I think it was like 68, you know, the number. But
yeah, don't round up like that, dude.
That's just, yeah. So we brought like 67 and a half. But no, he was like, yeah, he's like, he's like, I don't do this, but since like this is, he's like, he told us that was the largest draw that anybody's ever brought to shows at that first venue that he starts all of his, you know, his bands at. So I was like, oh, for sure, dope. We weren't expecting that many people to show up either, you know. But the difference is that we got.
My mom didn't even RSVP.
Yeah, dude, fake as fuck. But the difference is that first show you were able to buy tickets beforehand, and at the door, and you just give our name and it would count. But House of Blues, you have to pre-sell the tickets. We sold the tickets, but also not a lot of people showed up. You know what I mean? So
I mean, they got the money though.
Right, the money, the money's there and everything. But it also, like, I can see like a lot of bands where, like you said, they're like, oh yeah, the House of Blues, this and this. They get that idea, like, you know, they have that.
You're getting this pull,
right?
Yeah,
and
but it's also like you know, there's a bunch of algorithms. So like my friend, he used to like be like in like culinary school, and he would tell us like, yeah, like there's not much math going on there. Obviously, you have to weigh your ingredients and all that, because when you get into big cooking, you're not doing like, oh, a cup of this, a cup of that. It's like 1 gram of this, like 1 gram, like 20 grams of that. Because when you have like volume is different than weight, and weight is more accurate for food than, you know, whatever. I'm not a fucking chef, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like he was telling me how he was telling me how like there's like a specific algorithm that you have to take into account. That's the only math they use. But it's like you calculate the profit you want based off of the cost of the ingredients, the effort of labor, and the people who go working into it, and like there's a bunch of factors that you have to take into, and that's how they price their food. So like, you know, like that's why like a little slab of Wagyu, like grade A Wagyu beef, it's like $80 for like a tiny little piece of it. Because like the meat itself is expensive, transporting it's expensive. You like the top tier kind of shit. You have to be like accepted to receive that meat. They're not just gonna give it to any restaurant that can afford it.
That's wild. That's crazy. You know? It'd be gifted the meat.
Yeah. You have to be invited, like a black card, or you know, like you have to be invited,
like the Met Gala.
Yeah, you have to be allowed to buy that shit. You know,
and it's like be given the privilege. To buy it,
like it's not a right to like consume it. It's something that you have to be given. Yeah. But it's like, to go with that, it's like these venues, they're not just calculating the ticket price. It's not, to them each head isn't just $10 that they're making. To them, it's like these people, you know, if there's age restrictions, like if it's 21 and up, 18 and up, I'm counting on these people to spend at least like $5, $6, $7 on like a drink at the venue. I'm counting on them to pay like $13, $14 for like a burger or something at the bar.
Literally that shit too. And like even the House of Blues, they know that they charge for their seats. Like they have tables where you can sit down, and they charge you. I forgot how much it is, but they charge you if you want to sit at the tables. If they catch you at the tables and you didn't pay for it, they kick your ass out. Like, you know what I mean?
Wild. Yeah, but that, like, to them, it's like, you might have sold the tickets, but we need these people to come in to make us the money to justify giving you your 25%, your 20.
Exactly. So if you sell the tickets and people don't come in, that's why I was saying, like, you know, we sold tickets, but a lot of people didn't come in. Yeah. So that didn't like help us with the whole, you know, in the bigger picture, like for people to come in and buy drinks. Yeah, you know, and like
the like unprofitable profit where it's like, yeah, you might have done what we asked of you and sold the tickets, but it's like,
but the follow through.
We don't get anything to show for it, because that's like let's say, so like realistically, let's say the like requirement is low and you have to sell 30 tickets, $300 at $10 a ticket, right? Yeah. So you have $300 worth of tickets. Let's say a band gets told that and they don't have like at least 30 followers, and no one's gonna buy their tickets, you know, because they're like dead ass new or something.
Right.
The three rich kids, they all pay the $300 together to like say they sold the tickets, because you just have to show them that you have the money for the tickets. You know, you don't have to show them who the fuck bought them. But it's like, if they sold $300 worth of tickets, they didn't bring anyone in, then like they didn't do anything for it. They just paid to play there, you know.
Yeah.
And for them, that's a loss that they can take. But it's like the venue can't take that.
Right. Yeah. And it makes no sense as to why you would even be doing it at that point either. You know what I mean?
And it's like that. That's why the venue needs you to show that people are coming, not just so you get the money for the tickets. You know, and that's why like if someone can sell they can sell out a whole like little venue like the House of Blues, but if no one comes. Yeah, what good is it? Like, they paid to keep the lights on that night. They didn't pay for anything else.
Literally, bro. It's like your family will support you as much as they can. You know what I mean? As much as like their understanding like allows them, I guess. You know what I mean? Because like they're like, yeah, we'll buy the tickets, or like, you know, like, oh, we can't make it, but we'll buy a ticket. Which like in some cases, like, you know, it does help. You know, it helps to to a slight extent, but like it's also just like like almost like don't buy a ticket, so I could tell to someone else who like I could
who's gonna come.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Like, hey, thanks for the sale, but also
because like you got to look at the bigger picture. Like help isn't always help. Like a kind gesture isn't always help.
Yeah, literally.
You know, like I appreciate the effort of you buying a ticket and like you putting your money on the line for that shit. But it's like if it's like a consumer based kind of thing where it's like you need people to show up to the performance so that the owners of the venue think it's worth it. Then it's like, you know, they got to do that. Otherwise, it's like. Like, what's the difference between me just paying for the ticket, as you know? And
you got to think too, the people on the other side of, you know, like the people who are running the show, they've been doing it for so many years. You know, they know the ins and outs already. You know, like that bands are kind of learning and figuring out as they're playing shows and shit. And you know, like this realization is like a realization that they've had for years. They know how the game works, and their job is to pretty much, I guess, advertise it in a way so that people don't see it like that. And then
it's tricky because like I don't want to like sympathize only with the venues, because there's definitely some like venues, some managers, some like owners and shit that definitely fuck over the people who are trying to work there. Like they'll give like unrealistic requirements for bands who are trying to perform there, just get their name out there, where it's like, oh, we need like 1,000 people for you to like to play here, you know, we need like crazy amount, and then out of all those people, all of the work you do to get those people here, you can have like $50, you know, that's chill. Out of like the thousands of dollars you've made us,
right?
You can have like $20, not like $20 each member, but like $20 in general.
That's in general that you have to split between all your members, and that shit's so stupid, man. We played a show at the Wire in Berwyn. You know, we made more money like per person, like, you know, in the cut that we split 5 ways. We made more money on that show than we did at the House of Blues. You know, like. And that would like I remember at that point when we were calculating it just to see how much like we were making, and we were just like, wow, like with the
it's just not it's like this is a big schism in like what you could have made there versus what you would have made at another place.
Right.
And what's it called? All right, a quick edit in there. We actually took a small like bathroom break, and whilst on the bathroom break, I saw a video. It was a snail eating a cucumber. Like, what the fuck does a snail? What business does a snail have eating a cucumber? You know,
maybe like, he's in the cucumber eating business.
He's composting right now.
Yes. You see those compost bins that are out, you know, in people's backyards. It's not just a bin. Yeah. You know,
well, you don't understand. There's a whole industry in
right. Ever since Trump was elected in office, you know, he promised that he would make us, you know, he'd give us more jobs, and a lot of people don't realize this. They're not, you know, written down on a tally or documented. But he has created more jobs for the snails around the U.S. And, you know, there's just so many composting jobs out there.
The funny thing about that is it's like you solve one problem, but you create another. Those snails that he has in compost bins are actually humans. He teamed up with the bros at Area 51, got one of their alien rays, turned these people into snails, and now they eat cucumbers for a living.
Yeah, he was on Ellen. I don't know if you saw the episode, but he was on Ellen, and you know, Ellen was like, "Hey,"
she's like, "Hey, Donnie, get off me! You're pretty heavy."
Yeah. She was like, "Hey, Donnie, I heard you like making jobs, and heard you like snails, and
he's like, oh my God, Ellen, you did not.
You did not." And then it was actually Ellen. Ellen was the one that actually made those jobs possible. She built the compost bins. She bought them and had them installed into a bunch of people's houses, and you know, he just kind of
everyone looked under their seats that day, and they're like,
"That's Oprah. That's Oprah."
Oh shit! So Oprah's show, right?
Yeah, so it was actually on Oprah.
Yeah, so like Ellen was a guest star, you know.
Yeah.
So they were on Oprah show and they all checked into their seats, and surely enough, there was a 6 foot tall compost bin that for some reason they didn't see under their
They
seat.
just didn't see it, and it was full of snails, and
They all got snails.
they all got their own little snail employees.
Yeah. No, but like so there's a Snapchat page I follow on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's called The Dodo, and it's about animals and all that kind of shit.
Right.
And like,
I think I also follow it.
and like they'll post weird shit like that. It's like, you won't believe what's eating this cucumber, and it's a fucking snail. You know, it's like, why wouldn't I believe that, Gladys? Like, what the
Gladys. Dude, some of the headlines I see on like the Snapchat news thing,
mm-hmm.
on the newsstand, whatever the fuck it's called, they're like obnoxious.
Right. Yeah, because I'll see like these companies where it's like, they're like, you'll never guess what these people had to say about Coke Orange, and it's like, oh, that's pretty tasty.
Right.
It's like
I wasn't expecting them to release an orange flavor.
Never fathomed that.
Right. I never would have thought that, but now that they did, I think I'm gonna go out and probably buy some of this.
And I'll mock that shit. I'll make fun of it all I want, but it's like I'll give into it because
right.
I'll see a bunch of commercials for like shit like Orange Coke, their orange vanilla flavor, the new one that came out,
right?
And I'll be like, I'm craving an orange vanilla Coke.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm watching this, I'm like, I can feel, I could see, I could like see like the propaganda. I could see it. I could feel it, and I'm just like, oh, dude, this is so obviously them trying to get me to fucking want to buy whatever product they're trying to fucking get
orange
me to.
Vanilla Coke.
Right, orange vanilla Coke. And I'm just like, fuck, but now I want to buy a fucking orange vanilla Coke.
Now like the crisp taste of orange vanilla Coke.
Right, they got me, and I knew they were getting me while I was being gotten.
The crisp soda feel with the nice creamy citrusy splash of just midway through like that end of the podcast is just ASMR. Welcome back to the Big Kids Podcast. Yeah. No, what's it called? You made that little noise of the can opening sound, and like, dude, I just PTSD. No, because I'll always I have like regular nails. I don't get my nails done, because like
you don't.
Yeah, I do, but like, keep it low. But like, stop! I told you not to say that. Yeah, just like a side. No, but like, I won't get like my I have family and people I know that get acrylics. I'm like, I don't have beef with that. Get your nails done if you want to. Do what you want to do. Right. But it's like, get your nails did. Yeah, but like, get at least get like one nail done where it's thinner than the rest, so you can open a fucking bottle of Coke. Because like, I can't tell you how many fucking times I've been asked by someone with acrylics to what's it called? Oh, can you open this, because their nails won't let them do it? And
right. They can't pick up change.
Yeah, it's like, bro, I got like little fat pudgy fingers. I can do just as much as you can. It's imagine like getting a gummy bear and trying to open a fucking can of Coke with that shit. Like, that's hard. Like, I can't, like, my nails, they're not long, so I can't like I can't get under that little tab. I have to go fidget with it, and it's like, bro, I can do it just as well as you can. But it's always like, oh, you can you do it? And it's like, you got claws, girl. Like,
you got claws. Fucking pop that shit.
Yeah, it's just like, don't even worry about it. You ever heard of what's it called? Shotgunning a drink? Just stab that hole in there, dude.
Right. Come on, dude. I know you were a puss.
Yeah. Don't be a bitch, bruh.
Don't be a bitch, dear.
What's it called? Yeah, but like,
shotgun the fucking orange vanilla Coke right now.
Orange vanilla Coke. Like, dude, those commercials, because like the orange vanilla Coke was like the newest Coke in like 50 fucking years, which I'm like, sweaty, like, sweetie, like, sweetheart. That's not true.
Sweaty. But it's not. Didn't they? First of all,
I don't
know if you guys remember Lime Coke.
Lime.
Also, when was Lime Coke made?
I haven't, but apparently like that orange vanilla Coke is the newest one in like years. That's why it was such a big thing. And I was like, okay, I'll just dip my creamsicle inside my Coke. Like, what do you want me to do, dog? Like, I can't really do anything about it, And it's like, I don't know why that's a big deal. Like, does Pepsi not have an orange vanilla Pepsi? Vanilla orange.
Well,
Pepsi?
with those freestyle machines, they have so many.
You do whatever you want, dude. Oh my god.
Machines, also,
you know what I really
that Coca-Cola with lime was introduced in 2005 into North America.
Yeah. So I don't think it was 50 years, but it was like apparently it's a while since they've like done that shit.
Well, they're fucking lying if they
Yeah.
said 50 years.
So whoever said 50 years, you're garbage. You're
Yeah,
trash.
dude, honestly,
It's
you're
like
a
I just
sinner.
made that up on my own. Just talk shit about myself. No, but it's like, yeah, those like mix your flavor things. It's like, dude, I'll just get orange Fanta and like Coke. I'll make my own orange vanilla Coke.
Right.
Yeah, the orange Fanta vanilla Coke.
Dude, when I worked at White Cottage, here's some hacks. Any pizza place, I guess. Ask them for only like a specific, like a
Oh, you
side
said
of-
White Cottage. I thought you said White Castle. I'm like, wait, hold on. Do I not know what White Castle is?
What do you mean pizza? Next time you order your pizza, from
Slider
White Castle.
pizza? Hamburger slider pizza? Yeah.
No, but like, you get your pasta, go buy some pasta, wherever the fuck you buy your pasta from. But like, if you order from White Cottage or Mama Maria's, ask them for just their sauce, just their pasta sauce.
Just dip it in, because you can get the sauce for like $3.
Yeah, bro.
And
And you buy your pasta, you buy their fucking
79
sauce.
cents like for a box. You buy the sauce, mix it up, because like you don't have to cook.
Bro,
Well, like you can cook the noodles and the pasta too to
you
add
don't
flavor.
boil the water. Like, the fuck?
Because so what I do is I'll like boil the pasta, drain out the starchy water, and then like add the sauce onto it. But it's like every time I do that, someone's like, bro,
You're supposed to put it on top. I know,
yeah.
I know
Say,
exactly.
bro, you don't fucking mix pasta and sauce. You have to eat the outside pasta without any fucking flavor, and the top pasta you have to drink sauce with a noodle every now and then.
Literally,
like
bro.
what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna mix my flavors up.
Right.
I get yelled at, not like obviously not like
Fucking
I don't
mix
get
it up,
yeah
bro.
I don't get grounded, but like people they're always like, because I'll get something like
Don't get grounded. Bro.
like I don't know what the fuck.
Parents can't touch me, dude.
Yeah, they cannot tell me what to do. Like they just straight up cannot. Can
This
they?
is my space. This is my area.
Can they? Not. You know. No, but it's like I'll have like something like a bowl of ice cream with like peanuts. You know, like
Yeah.
a little sundae. You know, with
Right,
the hot
right,
fudge and
right,
shit.
right.
You know. And what's it? Just mix it up my way, you know, like how,
Right.
how I want
I
it.
want it.
You know, I'll have that, and then like you know, like the best part is like when it gets softer and you can just like mix it.
Yeah, bro. You make your little fucking stew, ice cream stew.
You make your own like what do they call that? Wendy's.
Frosty.
You make
Yeah.
your own frosty
Make
with
your
that,
own frosty with
and you like
everything.
incorporate all the flavors into one just uniform flavor. Every time I do that, someone's always like, "Bro, you don't like individual flavors all at once." I like not mixing it at all, slicing through that ice cream with like a little bit of fudge on top and like some peanuts, and just tasting each thing individually. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Bro, don't ever fuck. Shut the fuck up, Kyle. No. What the fuck is up, Kyle?
No, but it's like, bro, it's not that deep. It's all going in my tummy. You know, that goes in my stomach. You know,
No, it's all going to the same place, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. Just let me eat my fucking ice cream.
it enters and exits the same way.
Right.
You know,
Come
well,
on,
not the
dog.
same way. Hopefully, you just be throwing up. But it's like, you know, like it's not that deep. I'm gonna taste it all, no
Right.
matter what. It's gonna mix
Bro.
up in my mouth.
You like mixing your flavors? Dude, I like to fucking each
Like, so that they-
individual flavor. I like to recognize each flavor as an individual.
I'll look at a flavor and be like, bro, I love that shit, dog.
That's who you are.
You don't have to mix up with anyone else.
Right.
You be your own flavor, my dude.
And I'll take you as your own individual self.
Yeah. No, but it's like the extreme part of that too is like those people who are like, my peas touched my mashed potatoes. I can never eat this shit again.
Oh, dude, yo, I know people like that. And they actually made
Money
like
off of it.
separators. they made
meet the fuck that doesn't want to touch their food together.
right.
It's like someone goes up to them, they're like, "Oh, I hear you're the guy who doesn't want their food touching," and they're like, "Yeah," and then they're like, "Well, I got beef with you, dog," and then they grab like a piece of like a handful of mashed potatoes and peas and just mix it up in
mix
their
it all together
in
in
their
front
hand, yeah. And the guy's like, "No, stop!" Like Squidward being
crying, bro.
claustrophobic.
Bawling his
Yeah,
eyes
it's like,
out.
you come on, you know my mom doesn't let me like have my food touch each other. That's a sin.
That's a sin,
Bro,
dude.
come on. Yeah, you were saying you know a few people who made money off of that. No, I said the money.
No,
the
they fucking-
plates, so that they called what were they
I
called?
don't even know what they're called. I just
Zoo pals.
No way. Yeah, they are called Zoo Pals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, or they like the styrofoam plates with like the two like little
Literally,
sections,
yeah.
and then a big like dome thing for
They
like
have things for this already, right? For people who don't. But they made like fucking barriers for your plate, just for your normal plate, like a little silicone barrier that you could like, you know, you put your mashed potatoes and then you lay this little barrier down. Yeah,
That's so weird.
like it's a little like just like that big, you know, about like an inch or so.
An inch tall, yeah.
Yeah, and you fucking like it's like malleable, so you could shape it to.
Oh really? That's
yeah,
so
bro,
weird.
like,
That's so weird.
and like you put there, and then you put your next food like item on the plate, and then you put the next barrier, and then so you have the
Like Play-Doh.
Right? Like what the fuck? Like dude, just eat your food
Or get separate plates.
right?
Because to me, what's it called? That's just ridiculous. At that point, don't even eat.
Really, just don't eat. It's
what do
natural selection.
What do you do for sandwiches?
How do you eat how do you eat mac and cheese?
Yeah. How do you eat things that have more than one ingredient?
How can you do this?
How do you eat pizza, dog? Like that's like 4 different foods in one.
They're all touching.
Yeah,
They're all mixed. You don't have to sneeze and it's not coming. Holy shit! It's like right here.
Yeah, man. No, I feel that. I have allergies too. Well, I don't know if you do, but that's what, dude. Fuck allergy medication. It's so expensive.
Dude, and medication is expensive. Hit me up though.
Zyrtec. I got Allegra.
Allegra. You got
24 hour, 12 hour, whatever you want.
I got the Z-Quil. I got the
like,
Robo.
Yeah.
You already know.
Vaporoo.
The Vaporoo.
It's like it's vapor. It's vapor rub. But my mom, whenever she talks about it, she's like Vaporoo. You know, and I'm like,
Mijo, por favor, trae Vaporoo, por favor.
And it's like to her, that's the be all end all. Like, your legs chopped off, dog, dude. Vapor rub, Vicks always helps that. And like all of a sudden, like she applies it, and I grow my fucking leg back. Like,
and then I'm just like, wow, mom, I don't know why I doubted you.
Yeah. Thank you, mother. I was gonna be an idiot and listen to the doctors and surgically like put my foot back fucking on. No. Vapor rubs 25 fucking cents for like a small container at like Jewel or something, you know, like one of those for trial samples. You know, it's like, why would I spend thousands on my surgery when vapor rubs right there?
You know what I love?
What?
The
vapor rub.
Vapor rub, bro. No, but the on Craigslist, I don't know. Do you still go on Craigslist like every now and then, like peeping stuff or no?
Like the good old days where like just meet up with the boys, go to the local library,
and just
borrow a computer. Just, bro, did you see the latest drop on Craigslist? I mean, I've been on it a couple times. Yes.
Right. I don't know if people still use because like like you know they have OfferUp and all that shit.
OfferUp, like yeah.
But the fucking. I don't know if this tab is like even still like part of Craigslist, but there used to be this tab there where it was like encounters, like random encounters, you know, and it's like people
where like they link up, like they're like, oh, I saw this person at this day at this specific time.
Yes,
yeah.
They're like, I don't know if you ever remember me, but if you're reading this, here's my information. Like,
hit me the flip up.
Right, dude. I don't like. Could you imagine? Say you're at a fucking Subway, right? You're at a Subway. You're getting your fucking 11-inch because they're not a foot long.
Yeah.
And for $6 now. And
ridiculous.
Subway, are you listening?
Subway and Little Caesars Pizza. Fix that shit.
Fix it. But yeah, imagine you're there, right? You're cooling, booling, and then out of nowhere, someone walks in. You're just like, wow, oh my god,
they're hot.
She is flipping fine, right? And you're just like, I'm gonna go on my computer later because I'm too nervous to go approach this person that I think is.
And I'm gonna hope that by chance she also is fond of the random encounters page on Craigslist,
right? And is
gonna me up.
Right, she's gonna come across.
I hope that she too noticed me,
right,
and is cognizant enough to be like, hey, I think I know that guy. He was pretty chill.
To the brunette in the peacoat that walked into the Subway at 7 o'clock.
That's like such a fucking gamble. It's like, because not only do you have to know about that page, they have to know about that page, and they have to care enough to be on that page.
Be on there and be like, you know what? Let's see what's around here.
And like,
see who's looking for me.
So there's a bunch of YouTubers that I watch, and they'll react to like comments on Instagram models, like photos and shit. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the comments will be like, wow, you're so gorgeous. Like, hit me up to talk. You know, like, why don't we set up a date? And it's like this, like, superstar model, millions of followers, you know, so many endorsements. Like, no, yeah, Craig from Mississippi, she'll answer you.
Right.
She'll go out of her way to meet up with you, fucking Gabe or something. I don't know. What's a white guy name?
Daryl. Jackson. Braxton.
Brent. Chad.
Keith.
Michael.
Michael. I'm Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. Bro, I fucking missed Office. Like every time, like I know it's not gonna happen, but they're always like, we're gonna bring back like The Office. We're gonna make it like a small like a movie or whatever out of it, just like to catch up with all the stars. And I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not gonna do that. Don't lie to me.
Bro.
Don't lie to me.
Stop doing that.
Don't tease me, dog.
I missed that 70s show.
I was born in the 90s.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Well, so I'll
you're
see.
a 90s kid.
What's it called? You know, like the 90s kid culture where it's like, dude, only 90s kids, like 90s babies get this or this and that.
Dude, there are people before us that also lived through that.
Yeah. Like, are you aware that adults knew what Digimon was? You know?
Literally, bro.
Yeah, it's like I never got it, and it was really annoying to me when like it was popular.
You said that, bro. I've always had that thought.
So because it's like I never understood that whole kind of 90s stigma where it's like, dude, I was born in 92.
Right.
I'm fucking elite.
I'm
where it's
a
like, all
fucking
right,
90s
that's
kid.
chill.
You
I was
know
born.
who
I was born in 99, and there's people younger than me who were born later because I was born early January 99. You know, and there's people who were born like fucking October that like I've heard say, yeah, I'm a 90s baby. It's like you were born in 99. At the end of it, dog.
You're born.
What the fuck do you remember?
Shut the fuck up, dude. What the fuck do you remember about the 90s, bro? Let me see your authenticity card, bro. Where's your 90s kid
Let me
card?
see your weird.
You didn't get one. That's right.
Let me see your weird multi-paneled windbreaker with a bunch of different colors that include pink, neon green,
neon yellow,
purple. All right, and weird
teal, turquoise, and everything in between. Because they don't match, and I'm gonna look like a fuck.
Show me that shit. Well, it was the original Apple logo. Because if you come at me saying it's some fucking bland ass white apple and not some rainbow colored apple, we're gonna have some problems, buddy.
What the fuck is what is Mac short for? That's right, Macintosh.
Donald. All right, you're right. Big Macintosh.
Yeah, Big Macintosh.
I love that burger. No, but it's like, you know, and it's like I don't claim the 90s. That's not my clan. You know, you know, but like I'll recognize I was born in 99, but I'm not gonna be like, bro, not 90s kids. We know what the fuck is up. No, but it's like now it's like shifting to like these 2001, 2002, 2003. I've seen like memes where it's like they take themselves
only 2000s babies.
They take themselves seriously, and it's like there'll be like videos of people like somebody being weird. And then there'll be like someone like looking at them like in awe, like what the fuck is going on? And they'll have like a little like banner over the person who's like in awe, and it'll be like 2003 babies, and the person going like crazy, it'll be like 2010 and up babies. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Y'all are still fucking
9-year-old? You're talking about 9-year-olds? You fucking
And it's like, bro, 2003, get the fuck out of my face.
Right, dude. Like, sit the fuck down, bro. First of all, the only reason that you're fucking making these posts is because it's accessible to you. Back in my day, we had to fucking ask and wait 30 fucking minutes for the internet to even power up.
You ever heard of dial-up, dude? when we
first fucking fake fuck, you just got Wi-Fi. What's up with that?
LAN? I didn't have that shit. No, but it's, you know, it's stable connection. Never heard of it.
Right. What's that?
Being on the phone and using the internet
while watching TV from an online platform.
Yeah, streaming.
Speaking a foreign language that I didn't even know I was fluent in.
The only stream I knew about was the river, dog. You know, but it's like I don't
the river sticks.
Yeah, I don't claim to be some elitist 90s kid, but when I see shit where it's like 2001, 2003 babies, you know, it's like, shut the fuck up. That's not even a decade, dog.
Right.
It's like with 2003's kids be like what is that supposed to mean, dude?
Right. Bro, they're barely learning life right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Why don't you guys go back to like your like 8th grade algebra classes?
Oh my god, dude.
It's like,
I don't even think that, bro. Half of them, there's so many people, like, not for anything, but there's so many people like after our like classes, I guess, like, you know, like
post 90s babies.
Post 90s babies, but like, bro, and I'm like, yo, like, I'll be like, oh, fucking, when I was in middle school, I took this math, and I'm like, damn, dog, like, I took algebra when I was that, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, you learned how to add 4 and 4 last month?
How old are you, bro, 12? Like, what are they teaching? Like, how, like, what the fuck? Like, did they just like slow down
for
curriculum?
Like, yeah, that's like I have like family that's like young, and they'll say like, I learned multiplication. It's like, cool, you're in 5th grade.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah,
really?
but like, it's my, like, for my sister, like, these schools around me, like, I didn't notice how like advanced the younger schools are, because like my sister, Like it's weird. They'll be fast and slow with some shit. Cause like my sister, she's in 3rd grade now, going on to 4th. She barely learned how to read a fucking chapter book last year in 3rd grade. And I'm like, the difference is no pictures. But it's
literally
like,
the difference. Yeah.
Like between picture books and and like chapter books is there's no pictures. The words are words.
Yeah.
But it's like they just started introducing that shit to them, and it's like it was still you're still cool if you like in 3rd, 4th grade if you read chapter books and not picture books. But it's like for math they're like crazy ahead of their time, you know, like they'll like her homework for the most part is just like math homework and like getting advanced in that shit. And I'm like,
that's wild. Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Well, fucking balance it out, please. Like,
Yeah, like she needs to read, guys, please.
Like have some like literature skills. But there's so many people that like there's just even writing and like me, like I'm a fucking
poet.
No, no,
and I don't even know.
I'm a fucking like I'm at fault too. You know what I mean? Like, just
I go out of my way to prevent those kids to stop me.
No, but like I hate sounding stupid, especially like I'm trying to write like an email. You know what I mean? I hate sounding.
You don't want to sound like childish.
Yeah, I want to be able to fucking like I want to like sentence structure. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to have my words out of fucking
order, and like it just sounds incoherent,
right? You know, and
it's not a cohesive like email or like piece of writing, yeah,
right. And like I feel like a lot of people, especially just because everything's like online now, a lot of people like they don't realize like how much reading stuff, like just sitting down like reading a book or like just doing some like just some literature practice, bro. Yeah, it helps you with your speech. It helps you with like everything in between, you know. And like people are so like, nah, fuck that, like whatever, this and this. And it's like, no, dog, like brush up on it, because like. It helps. It helps. Like, you know, brush it up. Like, dude, I'll do some like, you know, math problems, like some cool math games. You know,
I'll sit down. Being
fun brain.
Yeah, do fun brain. Fuck,
yes,
dude.
Bro.
Jesus Christ. Pop Tropica.
Pop Tropica. Mike Guy 2. You already know.
Mighty Guy 3 still on the release.
Bro, still in the works. You already know. Mike Guy 3 coming out soon.
Know. VR ready.
Dude, I remember Mike Guy 3, like, they put, like, the fucking advertisement when I was in, like, 2nd grade, dude. And, like, I remember I went back to it.
And now I'm in like, 15th grade.
Dude, I'm in the 15th grade. Yeah. To the second power.
Yeah.
But, like, I was in, like, fucking middle school. I think I was in 8th grade, and, like, I pulled it back up. Coming soon. Still, bro. Years later, I was like, okay.
No. This past year, because, even, like, like a month ago, right? I work at a front desk. I don't do anything. Right. I do my homework. Okay. But I don't have homework, so I'm bored out of my fucking mind.
Right.
You know, and I love the job because it gives me so much opportunity to do my homework during the school year, and like during the summer I don't have anything to do, so I have to find I have to find shit to do, and I'm going to these websites like Y8 Games, Cool Math, you know, and I'm just like going through just trying to figure out something to fucking do and not just sit there. You know, and like we can listen to music and stuff and have headphones in just as long as we answer the phone and don't like just like, you know, make sure we're open to people.
Yeah.
But I feel weird doing that because I've been just so conditioned at work to not be on my phone or any of that stuff. So it doesn't feel natural. And there's so many people who like are worse and they're always on their phones and like sometimes they don't like talk to the people right away. That I've seen this shit and like it's because they're on their fucking phone. And it's like the bosses will come out and they won't care. Like, you know, because they're like, oh, they're just doing their thing. You know, I trust them. I'm just like very trusting on their part. But it's like, to me, I can't do that. Like, I can't be on my fucking phone. I'm just like too scared to do it. And like one of my managers will walk by me. I'll be on my phone and I'll see they're coming. I'll just throw it to the side and I'll be on my computer as if that's any fucking different. Yeah. I've actually had to buy 7 new phones. No, but you know, and I went on Fun Brain and I was playing Mike Guy 1. I got past the truck where you fall off. Yeah. And I got to the next one and then like Mighty Guy 3 or Mike Guy 3 still in the fucking works.
Still in the works,
bro. When this shit drops,
it's gonna be
goodbye
great.
Fortnite. Goodbye
Apex. Goodbye PUBG. Goodbye Halo coming to PC. No one's gonna give a fuck anymore because fucking Mike Guy 3 is gonna be on everybody's fucking screens.
Yeah. PS5? No, thank you.
Hell no.
Xbox 2?
Rest in peace, Microsoft and Sony, because Mike Guy's about to put both of them out of business in the whole fucking gaming industry.
Yeah. You know how they say don't game on Apple? Mike Guy's gonna be on Apple. You can use that shit on Mac.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yeah, it's coming, guys. No, but like I was saying, where like
what's that? It's Mike Guy.
It's Mike Guy.
It's Mike Guy 3.
Knocking on the door. Little do you guys know that they're taking so long to make Mighty Guy or whatever 3 because where his journey ends is outside your doorsteps. Come on.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?
No, but what's it
Can
called?
I get an amen in the chat?
Apps in the chat for Sony and Xbox, dog.
Really, apps in the chat.
No, but like, so I was saying my like managers are very forgiving and they don't like, they're very trusting.
Mm.
And like to me, like I'm thankful for them. They gave, the job's really chill. I love it, but it's like one of the biggest faults is people being too trusting, because that's how you get walked all over. And this past month, I almost got scammed out of $900 fucking because I was too trusting. So I have a Nintendo Switch. I bought it like a month,
Naturally.
2 months. Yeah, obviously.
If you don't,
As us 90s babies do.
Right.
But like, I bought it a short while after it came out, so it was brand new. I was that kid. I was
Right.
that dude, like
The one.
yeah. I'd go pull up to a club.
With the Switch.
They'd be like, "Hey, dude, you clearly don't look like you're fucking 21 years old or over, dude. You're like 5'7". Get the fuck out of here." I'm like, did you take into account this? And I placed the Switch on top of my head. It adds an extra like foot in height, and they're like, "Please, come on in."
You didn't have to yell like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, please let me keep my job, dude. Come on. No, but and like I got the Switch. I was cool. It was cool when I like first got it. It was fun, but I don't really play games anymore.
Right.
I don't play these games.
I ain't got time for these games.
Yeah, but so I was gonna sell it, and like like I've been getting into like the podcasting and all that stuff, and like editing stuff. So I need a strong, sturdy desktop, and I'm not gonna pay $1,500 for a Mac. So I made my own PC, and I needed money for the parts, and like I worked like once a day, so I was like I don't want to ask my parents to buy me it. So I was just gonna find my own way to get it, and I don't use the Switch, so I was gonna sell it for $450 with like 5 games, some accessories and shit. And that's a solid price. Yeah, because MSRP, that thing, like the bundle's like $800.
Yeah, I was gonna guess like $750.
Yeah. So about there, and obviously all these low balls, I was getting like I can do 300 as if that's a good deal to me. And
Dude,
I'm
I
like,
hate that shit.
I'm like, dog, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
Because this guy's like, he messages me, says nothing, but I can do 300, and I told him like, I can't buy. I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Bro, I'll come in right now, 300 cash in hand. There better fucking be another fucking 500 in the other hand, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
you mean 300 like right now, and then like once I bring you the Switch, it's another 700. No, but it's like, and like I got so frustrated. Like the biggest annoying thing is selling shit on your own. Like you don't want to go to GameStop and do that shit, but you got to sell it on your own and deal with the hassle,
people and everything. Yeah.
And after like 3 weeks, took it off because like some guy said he was gonna buy it for me. I told him, okay, sick. We'll meet up in like 3 days when you're free, so I can give you it. I marked the thing on sold because I sold it to him. I promised him we're gonna meet up. I'm gonna sell it to you for $350 because I got just so pissed off that people were like lowballing me. I was like, fuck it, just take it. At this point, I don't want it. I was just so fed up. And then what's it called? This dude, he's like, oh, because I messaged him when like we were supposed to meet up, and he's like, I'm like, hey, you coming? He's like, oh, I thought you sold it to someone. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean they sold it to you? And he's like, well, it's just the listings like put as sold, and I thought you sold it to someone. I'm like,
I sold it to you.
I told you I was gonna sell it to you, and I marked it as sold, and you agreed to that. And he's like, yeah, and I was like, so I sold it to you, and it's marked as sold. And he's like, oh, I thought you sold it to someone else. And I was like, You're a fucking idiot,
dude.
So I got so pissed. So I left after like a few days. I let myself cool down, and I was like, what? Since people want to lowball me, $480 for the Switch. That's what I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna get $400 for it. Right. I'm fine with that. So they think they're getting a steal, which they really fucking are, half off of it all. And I'm just gonna get my money, and I'm gonna build the fucking PC. This person messages me. They're like, hey, is the Switch still in good condition? And I'm like, I mean, it's in condition for sure. Like there's like 2 little scuffs on it, and like there was a guy who was trying to like get me to reduce like $200 off because of those 2 scuffs. He was like, I can buy a new Switch for $350. I'm like, okay, cool, go buy it.
Fucking do it then. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Congratulations. I could do that too. The price that's available to you at Target, it's available to me too, dog.
Also me.
Believe it or not, I'm a consumer too. No, but it's like, and like she's like, oh, is it still in that condition? I'm like, yes. I'm like, this time, like I'm pissed, so I'm like, just give me a fucking offer and I'll take it. Yeah. And I didn't tell you that. It's like, you gotta be smart about something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't let them know that you're just about to give it to them.
Yeah, you can't let them know you're on the brink of a mental breakdown because you're just so fucking fed up with life.
Of all these lowballers.
Yeah. But she's like, oh, perfect. I have kids that like really want to switch, and this sounds like such a good deal. I'm a bargain hunter, and I'm like, congratulations.
What's
What do
the
you?
fucking
Yeah,
offer?
continue. Yeah, keep on going. You know, I'm here to make a transaction. I'm not here
Right.
to learn
I
what
don't
you
give a
fucking.
fuck them kids.
Listen, Cheryl, I'm not here to like, talk about your fucking life story. You know. And then she's like, all right, so is it in the same condition as the pictures? I'm like, yeah. But in the pictures, forewarning, there's like 2 scuffs on the actual body of the Switch. She's like, no, yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm like, okay, so 480. And she's like, can you actually text me? Like, my data's about to run out and like, I can't really be on the app. And I'm like, well, hold on. Like, to me, like at first, it was weird because like, you need your data for your texting. So I was like, what do you mean? So either she has data to text, but not like data for her phone. Like, that was weird to me.
Right.
But I didn't wink an eye at it because I was like, get this shit
Yeah,
out of
get
here.
this fucking Switch out of my face.
Yeah, quit fronting. Like, no, you know, and then she texts me the next day after I sent her my number. She's like, yeah, it's still good and everything. It's still showing. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You know, the Switch is fine. It works, everything. She's like, okay. She didn't ask for any pictures. I was like, do you want pictures? Do you need anything else? You want me to show you that it works? This and that.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I was like, whatever. Again, I'm in the mood that I want to get the shit gone.
Right.
Which is like, you know, it's bad for me, obviously. But what's it called? So then she's like, yeah, I'll send you the check because like I'm out of state for a job right now. You know, and I was like,
scam.
yeah, I was like, to me, well, I've never dealt with someone who's scamming me. So I was like, okay, whatever, because I'm trusting. I'm like, and I want to get rid of this. So
You
like,
want to get this fucking Switch out of my face.
dude, every time I see the Switch, I get so mad.
Every time I see the Switch, I just want to switch it up.
Yeah. With that little 1-2.
With the Oaks and 1-2.
No, but what's it called? Yeah, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And she's like, yeah, so I'll send you the check. You know, once it clears through to your bank account, you can we can set up a date to meet up for it. And I was like, oh, are you sure? Because like to me, it's like her being too nice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, I can like you can send me the check. I'll meet up with someone like right away. Like they can hand me the fucking check if you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'll meet up with them and we'll do the transaction, like, and they'll do it on your behalf, you know, someone that you trust. She's like, oh, no, I trust you. You sound like a good kid. And I'm like, you know, that's how they feed on you. They make you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, I am a good kid.
I am a good kid.
Yeah, I deserve
You
that.
know
Thank
what?
you. You know, thank you, Cheryl.
I am a good
Yeah,
kid.
you go on. But yeah, and then like, and they messaged me like a few days later. They're like, oh yeah, we sent the check. My accountant sent the check. You know, here's a transit number from FedEx because it's like in a, like one of those big packages with like that has a tracking number. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, sick. This is legit. You know, this is fucking sick. And like I get it like a few days later. Well, it's like overnight shipping, you know. So I get it the next day, and they're like, and she's like, oh fuck, dude, like something bad happened. Like my accountant actually sent you your money, plus like on the check is also money for my daughter's tuition. Like to me, when she said accountant, I should have been like, "What the fuck? You got an accountant?"
Right? what accountant?
Yeah, I don't have an accountant, and I have a checking book.
Quite frankly, I'm offended that you have an accountant and I don't.
Is it because I'm a minority lady? No, but you know, and it's like I was just confused because it's like, what do you? Okay, so like whatever, that's fine. Your accountant messed up. I'll like, what do you want me to do? I'll rip up the check and you just send me another one. She's like, no, it's fine. Like I trust you. Do you have like Venmo or anything? Can you like deposit it, send it to my daughter as soon as possible, and then like you just keep the rest for yourself? And I'm like, I guess. And I've never deposited
this is
a
so
check.
Weird. This is such a weird process.
Yeah, and I thought it was weird, but I was like, I needed the money.
Yeah.
And like I just wanted to get rid of the Switch.
Switch out of my face.
Yeah, because I was just so fed up, and it's like, what's it called? I told her, I was like, okay, fine, I guess. You know, I'd rather like cut it, like get the other check and just like rip this one up. But if you want to do that, whatever. Because I had Venmo, so I was like, whatever. And then what's it called? I don't deposit checks more than $500 just because like that's how it works out. Broke boy, you know. I don't get those big checks. And this was like a $1,400 check, right? And like I deposited it, and like my bank, like they're like, oh, what's going on here? And I checked the next day because it takes 1 day to deposit. And it's like the $1,400 isn't posted, and it's saying that the transaction's like been canceled. I was like, oh, that's weird. So I call up. I'm like, hey, I deposited a check and it's not going through. And they're like, oh, we don't do that over the phone. I'm like, I'm not depositing over the phone. I'm saying I have a question. And she's like, yeah, just come in. And so I go in. I bring the check.
we don't offer customer service over the phone. You're going to have to come in.
I'm like, all right, okay. No, you know, so we do that. I go in and I bring the check. And to me, checks are paper. They're just paper.
It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper, you know. So I bring it in and I'm like, hey, so like I explained to them the situation of selling it. They're like, their accountant sent it to you, and they're like, have you ever done business with this company? I'm like, no, I threw offer up, let go. And she's like, do you have the messages with you? And I was like, yeah, the text messages. And she's like, oh, she just texted you right away. And I was like, no, she messaged me on offer up. And it's like, do you have those messages? And surely enough, no, the account was deleted.
Sus.
Yeah,
Super
right. And then
sus.
she's like, yeah, well, this side, because like it had one of those like heat sensitive kind of sticker thingies, but it was like built into the paper, like heat sensitive. So if you put your finger on it, it would like change colors, and that's how you know it's like a legit check. And that's what I'm thinking, because they had that. And I was like, how do you just do that, without having like special paper for that,
Right.
And like, what's it called? This lady's is like, because this check's on printer paper. She's like, you're never gonna get like a check on printer paper. And I was like, okay, so I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, I've been bamboozled.
Yeah,
Clearly.
they've pulled my legs. My friend he's like, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck I said. I'm like, you didn't fucking say that.
You didn't say shit first of all.
He's like, it sounds like a scam. It's like fuck me for like believing it. But he said it was a scam. He didn't say it was on printer paper.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll go with you to the bank if you want. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. And then I go to like their manager, and she's like, yeah, it's on printer paper. What the fuck? I'm like, I didn't know. It's just paper to me.
It's fucking check's a piece of paper.
Unless it's like cardstock, I'm not gonna notice a difference in paper.
Yeah.
Paper's paper. You gotta print stuff in a printer, right? So all paper's printer paper.
Checks are made out of a thinner paper, by the way.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but
For those who are watching.
For those watching us in the little makeshift studio.
For future reference, guys, just know that checks are made out of a slightly thinner paper that is heat sensitive.
I don't know that shit, and they're like, yeah, you're never in your life gonna see a company's like print paper on computer paper. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, you're never gonna see this, and you're a fucking moron for even fucking grabbing this check and putting it through our ATM. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I did it on the mobile deposit app, Sorry, my bank doesn't offer. But so then she's like, yeah, just like anytime you get a check, just let us know. We'll check it out for you, and we'll tell you whether it's real or not. And I was like, okay. But like now, like anytime, like I know it's like printer paper check. No.
Nah.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit, bro. It ain't real.
No, but so for Discover, it's a bank. It's where I get my student loans from. They offer this thing where it's like student rewards cash back on good grades. So if I get a 3.0 or higher, I get a check in the mail for like 1% of the loan, and my loan's about $7,500. And what's it called? Last year I didn't cash in on the check because you have like a certain grace period after your grades are turned in, after the loan, after the semester that the loan's been applied to. And I checked to like turn in my grades after that grace period, and so I didn't get it. So this year's the first year. My second year of college is the first year that I did that. I got the check yesterday. Straight up printer fucking paper.
Really?
Yeah, and I get like mail like from them like almost every day. Same letterhead on the pieces of paper, same envelopes, same thing exactly. They told me when it was gonna get there. I was talking to their representatives on their website. It was their secured website. Google had that little lock in the corner and shit. So I knew it was legit, and like I know it's a legit check. I know it's 100% real, but because that person fucked me up and the bank said you're never gonna get printer paper checks, and this thing's on literally a piece of printer paper, I'm like, now I'm going back to the fucking bank.
From the bank?
From Discover.
From Discover Bank.
Dead ass from some.
So Discover Bank sent you a check printed on printer paper.
Yes.
After a bank
told
you that you'll never
receive a check on printer paper. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to think?
What the fuck is going on right now? Stop fucking with me up there.
One of you guys is lying. The other isn't. I don't know who's lying.
I don't know who to trust right now. Quite frankly, I'm offended. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm offended. And I need to know what checks are made of so I can know which ones are real.
Where's the check factory? And who can I talk to about this
Where's Mr.
discrepancy? Yeah.
Please get Mr. Check.
Can you get me the president of checks? Please put the president of checks on the line. Please. I need him. What's it called? Yeah, so we're running on an hour and a half here for the podcast. That's a pretty long podcast.
Jesus.
It's like 2 podcasts in one for me.
Nice.
So yeah, nice, sick. 2 in 1, 2 in 1.
2 in 1.
Just like cut it in half, put like edit in a little bit where it's like, all right, it's another episode of the Beacons podcast. And I have enough for like a whole week worth of content.
Right.
But I think we're gonna cut it off here. Not short. It's pretty long. It's been another episode of the Beacons podcast. It's your co-host D Money and
G Money
signing off. Thank you for spending time with us. Be back on tomorrow, Sunday, so Wednesday with another podcast. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.